Good afternoon. Welcome to all. My name is A.K. Panda, belonging to this Computer Science and Engineering department. I'll start with this subject computer system management and planning and maintenance. A chapter is the last chapter. I'll cover up this last chapter, that is basic networking devices and their interfacing. We'll start with this. Then within this we will cover up this NIC, repeater, hub, bridge, switch and router. Out of these 6, this NIC is the interfacing device. This is the interfacing device and rest 5 are the networking devices. So first one is, you should remember, this NIC stands for this your interfacing device and rest 5 are the networking devices, and all these are the useless without using this NIC. First we have to use this, first we have to know this NIC, then we should learn this one. So first we go through this NIC. So what is NIC? So now NIC stands for this network interface card. Now network interface card, it is a hardware component. This is a hardware component without which a computer cannot connect with our network. So first it is necessary to make it this NIC should be, this NIC is required in the system, otherwise it is impossible to connect with our network. So network may be a computer, another computer, or more than one computer, or it may be LAN or one. That means internet. So what is that NIC? So NIC is a electronic circuit board installed in a computer that provides a dedicated network connection to the computer. So first we should make it, that should be installed within our computer. First that NIC, then after that system, that computer is capable of connecting to the outer side. Without this installation of this NIC, it is impossible to connect with the internet or any other network. So first we should acquainted with different names of the NIC. NIC, these names are network interface controller, network adapter, LAN card, Ethernet adapter, and this Ethernet controller, network controller. So all these names are alternative names. NIC, network interfacing device, all these are the alternative name. You should remember, get by heart all these names. So how to remember? As after this completion of this 6th semester, you are becoming a computer engineer. So you should remember this, which terms are used in your market, you should get by heart, remember within that. So how to remember all these names? Some persons may tell this LAN card. You assume that I do not know what is your LAN card. So that LAN card is also same as this NIC. So all these cards, alternative name of this. So how to remember this? You see, you remember this network, Ethernet, LAN, card, adapter, controller. You make it this one. Network card, network adapter, network controller. Or you may Ethernet card, Ethernet adapter, Ethernet controller. Or LAN card, LAN adapter, LAN controller. So alternative names, same component with different names. We have to acquainted. So it is easier to learn these things. And now, so this is over. Now then come to our network. This is it provides the, now this NIC provides the interfacing in between the machine and the network. Network, I have told you that network means it is a single system or more than one system, or it may be internet. So first we should, our computer, how can we this computer interface with the outer side? That is done by the this NIC card. So without NIC card, it is impossible to connect the outer side. So now, so vendor names are which provides the NIC. These are TP-Link, Intel, Realtek, Cisco, etc. They are producing this NIC card. Then this is the physical component of this. This is electronic board. This within this 2 points are there. 2 connectors are there. Within this 2 connector, this is BNC connector. This is RJ45 connector. Combo. You may connect with this one or this one. You see onto this previous. This is your LAN cable. This is RJ45 connector. This RJ45 connector, this is connected to this, but not this. This side, this is RJ45 connector. This RJ45 connector is embedded with this circuit board. Then we combine as NIC, network interfacing device. After installing, adding or inserting this card into the motherboard of this computer, now this system is capable of connecting to our network. Then basically 2 types of NICs are there. One is wire NIC and wireless NIC. Wire NIC means LAN cable. LAN cable is connected to that LAN NIC, and it is in case of a Wi-Fi Wi-Fi NICs, no cable is required for that. Only this antenna is there, and you through this antenna we can activate this Wi-Fi on that. Then accordingly we proceed on to that. Without cable, without this LAN cable, we can, that is wireless, that is Wi-Fi NIC, and with cable, that is Ethernet. This is things. Now again, basically 2 types of NIC cards are there. One is internal NIC card, and other one is external NIC card. So inbuilt NIC card, which was previously inbuilt, and if it is not inbuilt in your motherboard, now we externally insert onto that motherboard, then accordingly you follow this one. This is internal within that inbuilt, and this is external. That may be your cable, wire NIC or wireless NIC. Then how to work with this NIC with this? In your NIC, it has a unique 48 bit number. Unique 48 bit number. 48 bits number. And its hexadecimal number is your 12 digits in hex number. Hex digit. So out of this 12 digit, suppose consider this A1, B2, C3, D4, E5, F6. Suppose this is one 12 digit hex code number. This is the ID of each and every NIC. So this is a unique, each and every NIC, that is a unique number. So, and this A1, B2 is out of this up to 6, that indicates the manufacturer's ID. First 6 digits represent or assigned by the IEEE. That means Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. That will be assigned by the IEEE. First 6 bits, 6 digits, and rest 6 digits are assigned by the manufacturer. That depends on the serial number of that, how many NICs are produced within that organization. So after combining this, we can get it the ID of each and every NICs. So this ID represents, that is unique to that NIC, NIC card, NIC. Then we add this card to the motherboard. Install or add or insert this card to the motherboard of the computer. Then after that adding this one, we can our computer becomes connected to our internet or network system. So accordingly, so first we should know this one. Then MAC address, MAC on the network is used to direct traffic between the computer. That means now it is capable of transferring this or transmitting data from this computer to network. So after inserting this ID of this 14-digit hex code becomes the MAC address of that system. It was previously the ID of that NIC. After adding this, after inserting or after installing this NIC to this computer, this MAC address of that system, entire system becomes the unique ID of that NIC card. So that is called the MAC address. Very, very important on that. One is MAC address, media access control. So this MAC address responsible to identify that particular system. Then come to this. Then this first 6 digit MAC address is EOI, they're assigned by IEEE to each manufacturer, Cisco, Intel, like that. And rest of MAC address can be assigned in any way by the manufacturer to the individual networking device, that is manufacturers. Now it is over, and now this NIC makes an interface in between the machine and the network. Then we start with what are the networking devices. With these networking devices are repeater, hub, bridge, switch, router, gateway. Up to this it is in our course, and router is latest, it is not in our course. So first we should learn this repeater, hub, bridge, all these things. All these are networking devices. But previously NIC was interfacing device but not a networking device. You should remember. Again I am telling that NIC is a interfacing device, and all these these five are networking devices. Start with this repeater. Repeater is a repeater. It is a regenerator networking device, but not an amplifier. That means whenever this signal transmits through a medium, after some times this strength of the signal reduced. And if we neglect this one, then it vanishes. That means that signal will be lost. So during that, this signal, if we regenerate this one, so repeater is required for that. That means to regenerate, to come back to the original form. So accordingly, this repeater is required for that. That means repeater is a regenerator working networking device, but not an amplifier. It will not amplify this one, only to regenerate, to come back to this original form. And due to this transmission, strength will be reduced. Repeater regenerates the weak signal and come back to the original strength. Repeaters, and one thing, this all the networking devices works on a particular physical layer of the OSI model. Number of layers are in a OSI model are there, and this one is physical layer. So this repeater works on a physical layer of the OSI model. So we see this on this next one is your hub, bridge, switch, router, gateway. All are working in a physical any type of layer on a OSI model. So accordingly, it extends this length of this network. That means whenever it diminishes to this zero, that means it reduces to zero. That means we cannot regenerate. That signal will be erased from that. That signal destroys from that. So it is impossible to recover it. So during this, if it is low strength, then it will be regenerated. Now, then important advantages it's extend the length of this network, because it regenerates means again it will length will be increased, this network length will be increased, strengthen the weak signal. Then another is remove the unwanted, important thing, unwanted noise in the incoming signal. If some information is which is not required by this, that will also be recovered from that. That means it cleans these things and reboost it and relay it on that signal on through a network, along a network. Then disadvantage is it has no filtering capacity, no filter at all, and it cannot connect two different architecture. If different architectures are there, token ring Ethernet, it is not possible. Number of used repeaters should minimum. So you should not use that any number of repeaters can use and to expand this. So that makes a propagation delay. That means time is maximum to recover that one or to transmit this one. So this is the disadvantage. Next is hub. You see, within this number of ports are there. So hub is a networking device and 6 ports are there. Previously 1-to-1 signal, one computer to one, but in this case 6 ports are there. Out of 6 ports, 6 computers are connected to this, and suppose this computer connected to this port, this system wants to a particular system, it is not possible. In this case, hub is a networking device. Whenever this one computer sends data, then it will automatically transmit to all computer, which is inefficient and unnecessary wastage. We want only suppose first node to 6 node. It is impossible in case of a hub. So because it has no intelligence, no extra software is included on that. This is simply a cabinet, and just like as in your electrical circuit, more than one switch is there, that is you can put it on that or to recover on that. So in this case also, one computer if you connect it and transmit data, then all data are transmitted to this all the systems. So that is the disadvantage, and that is called as the broadcast transmitting. Unnecessary. If data transmit to all systems, that transmission is called as broadcast. 3 types of a transmission. One is broadcast, multicast and unicast. Unicast means one computer to one computer, but multicast means selected systems, more than one but selected systems. And if it is all, that is broadcast. So by default this system sends to all but not a particular. So this is the disadvantage on that. So we see on that. That's why it is a very simple device. And then hubs is basically multi-port. It contains number of ports, 6 ports are there, and hub connects multiple wires coming from these different branches, and you may put it in a star connection. So hub cannot filter this data, no filtration of this data. Simply what data are sent to this, all data are transferred to all systems. Another is they do not have intelligence to find out the best path for data bits, which leads to inefficiencies and wastage. No intelligence because no software is there, so it is not possible. Then it is again, it works on physical layer. Previously repeaters works on the physical layer. This hub is also works on this physical layer of the OSI model. Then it is a dummy device because it has no intelligence. Simple it is. The types of hub. Basically 2 types of hubs are there. One is active hub, another is a passive hub. Active hub means this active hub regenerates, that is a hub, but that hub is capable of regenerating the signals. If some signal is reduces, the strength of this signal is reduced during this transmission, this active hub regenerates this one and again transmit all these things. But in case of a passive hub, it is impossible. This as data signal is transferred, as it is, it will transfer to this. Then accordingly we supply. So if this as the signal as this active hub regenerates this signal, so electric power supply is required. So accordingly we put it this one. Then passive hub, it is not required this no electrical extra circuit is there. So then come to this advantage. Hub is less expensive. Active hub can extend maximum network and no processing is done at the hub to slow down the performance. Then disadvantage, no intelligence to filter and traffic. Then bridge, it is incoming one outgoing. Before transmitting data, searching for MAC address for destination. First MAC address searching for the destination where it is to be transmitted. Bridge is there. First this wants to transport this one. It has a MAC address. Accordingly, this address is sending with that. Then data with this, that is called a frame, and transport to this. Though it is 1 to 1, but this one to this one. Accordingly, this bridge 1 to 1. It works on data link layer of this work. It does filtering because number of systems are there. It is also number of systems are there. Data filtered from this to this, but not all. Then come to this one. Switch. Switch is a number of ports are there, just like as a hub. But within this, yes, a number of softwares are there. It is an intelligent device. Then we see this number of that is Cisco switch, and we see this searches for the MAC address. This MAC address, it creates this switch creates the MAC address table. Then accordingly transmit to this all data to a particular system, or it may be more than one data. If destination MAC address is not available in the MAC address table, then frame will be transmitted to all. If this destination is there, it's not available, then this data will transmitted to all systems. If system and source and destination MAC address same, the frame is destroyed. That data will be discarded on that. Switch contains built-in chip, so it makes the transmission faster. That's why it is called intelligence device. So previously, how was dummy device, and it works on data link layer. Then advantage, forward this frame, this extends the geographical, this improve privacy by limiting scope of frames. Disadvantage, while limiting broadcast, switchings are not good as a router. Then router, we see it decides route path. Router means it decides route path, works on LAN and works on the network layer. In this case, router makes IP address. Previously, this switch was on MAC address, and this is IP address. Works on this IP address. Then accordingly, it is more powerful than this one. Then this, in this case, IP address table is created on this router, and this switch creates the MAC address table. As per the IP address, this will be the data packet will transfer from this to other. Then accordingly, another is your route. You see this bridge is there, number of computers are there. Then through bridge we can transfer one. Then this hub is there. Then switch is there. Then router is there. Then accordingly, then gateway. Combination of it is most complicated and complex one. It is the combination of hardware and software. It works on different networks using routing control and different architecture also. Different architecture with different protocols. It is very complex. It works on all the layers of OSI model. All layers: application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, and network layer. Then this gateway, all layers. Router, network layer. This bridge and switch, data link layer. Hub, repeater, physical layer. This repeater deals with signal. Hub deals with bits. These two are deals with frame. These two are deals with this packet. So accordingly, we follow this comparison. Main work is repeater to regenerates. Hub is to transmission data to all ports. Bridge and switch transmits the frame. Router and gateway transmits the packets. Main work. Then addressing, no addressing on that. And one-to-one, this is repeater, hub is broadcasting, bridge and this one MAC address, router gateway IP address. Accordingly, this MAC address, IP address. Then routing decision, no routing decision up to this one, router and gateway routing decision. Then thank you, and if any doubt, then please contact with my number, this 86372333088. Stay home, stay safe.